Okay.
All right. Hey, welcome everyone to what should be tonight's
What
wonderful,
should be
wonderful.
tonight's broadcast? I would
It
say
should
so.
be wonderful, wonderful
Theoretically.
podcast. Well, I was going to use adjectives, and they described it with adjectives. It was a hairy bear. It was a scare. Oh, wait, that might be violating a copyright. All right.
Is this
Oh,
mic
and we
on?
are live. I can see us, and I can hit play. And all right, so I've got us going in the background, and I'm going to say it's probably just me watching right now. I'm going to say hi to no one. Oh, two watching now. So somebody joined. Okay, everything working on your end?
As far as I know.
Okay. Only thing we're missing is a mark, huh? Which is okay.
Yeah, I will have the Mark is late sounder ready to go.
Oh, that's not the right thing to have down there. I almost started just reading off my blog from tomorrow.
Hello, Tim.
Hi, Tim. It is wonderful to see everyone here. Wonderful, wonderful. Normally I have another window up. Can't remember what it was. I think it's normally I keep, either X open or 4chan just to see if the world's going to. It has exploded.
Is it happening? Is it? It's never happening.
It's never happening. It never happens. Oh, and there we go. Oh, Elizabeth Warren tweeted 44 minutes ago. This is a scandal. The Trump administration is basically stealing from families. Congress wrote the law directing money to support education for little babies. Little babies. And then John Rocker responded, the real scandal is you pretending to be an Indian. You're a clown, Pocahontas. John Rocker. He's the hero we don't deserve. And Mark's here. Hey, it's Mark.
Hey, how's everyone doing?
Doing all right. How are you? Well, you got to save the good stuff.
Yeah.
We got to save this for the show.
No small talk, people.
No small talk.
So why are we here 5 minutes early?
We're here to make sure everything works for when
I could have slept for 5 more minutes.
Oh, how do you know you're awake now?
Yeah, good point.
Oh. All right, 2 more minutes and counting. And Tim says hi to you, Mark.
Ah, hello. Oh, pardon me if there's a little bit of crunching sound. I'm just sort of finishing up my dinner.
What is dinner? You got to tell us that then.
Oh, I was trying to do something quick for everyone, so I just grilled some hamburgers and had some watermelon, and now I'm trying to finish off my potato chips.
Okay.
Healthy stuff.
Indeed. All right, we're T-minute with 1 minute and counting. I know I'm awake when I hear Democrats. Ouch. That's a Okay.
Oh, I'm watching a baby animal play with a giant baby elephant play with a giant beach ball. Oh.
I once saw some footage of a killer whale playing with a seal.
Well, only one of them was playing.
From
the Babylon Bee, the DOJ announces they've arrested a man responsible for creating Microsoft OneDrive.
I want it stored in my house, on my heart. It's go time.
Oh my gosh! I'm not unprepared for this. So, okay, now I'm ready to go. Here we go.
Bants and Bants. Bants and Bants.
All systems go.
Bants and Bants.
Defiance.
Bants and Bants.
This rebel has a cause.
Bombs and Bants.
We begin as wanderers, and we are wanderers still.
Welcome, everyone, to the 161st live edition of Bombs and Bants and Wednesday Rants. As always, I'm your dedicated and humble host, John Wilder, coming to you from the penthouse control room of the majestic Wilder Industries skyscraper. With me, as always, is Mark.
Hey, everyone.
And the missus.
Howdy.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm supposed to say that because it's written there. It says like and subscribe. But my first question is, how's the previous week treated everyone, Mark? How's your week been?
Better. I still have like residuals from the COVID. So,
Mm-hmm. Is that a positive?
no.
No. Oh, see, when I had COVID, it was like an afternoon that I felt bad, and the missus went to the hospital. Did you go to the hospital or not?
I did, and they refused to see me because they thought I might have COVID. They essentially
Yeah.
said, well, if you die, let us know.
If you die, you know you're dead.
Oh, don't come in
And-
here if you think you're sick.
Well, they're
Yeah.
probably busy making videos, them dancing and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So just letting you know, COVID, it's not just for breakfast anymore. I do. COVID will show up in our newscast tonight. Any other highlights
And
of
on
the week?
top of that, my job at the time threatened to fire me if I didn't. I was sick for like 10 days, and they threatened to fire me, and so I dragged myself in after 10 days.
And yet they kept you.
I know.
All right.
Well, I wasn't in their building. They didn't care about that.
All right. Well, moving along, it's time for On This Day in History.
It's a blast!
From the past.
This day in history.
In 1579, Francis Drake dragged his golden hind out of San Francisco on his way to cross the Pacific Ocean and to avoid Gavin Newsom. It's never too soon to leave California. Just
Well, he
looking
liked to
at
go out and go boating. It's how he kept his golden hind so skinny.
Yeah. All right. In 1798, this is a real short one. Napoleon Bonaparte captured Alexandria from the Turks. So,
Yay!
Yay. There was much rejoicing.
well, and that's how the nose got shot off the Sphinx. They were like, okay, we're bored.
Target practice.
We have cannons, board cannons, off to the races. In 1827, the first U.S. swimming pool opened in Boston. Apparently, previously to the swimming school, drowning was the accepted method. So just
Before learning
Drown.
to swim, drowning was the
Yeah.
If you fell
Yep,
in the
that
water,
was
you
the
just
plan.
drowned. Yeah.
In 1931, the French announced that they were too poor to go to the 1932 LA Olympics, but spoiler, they meant, oh, we are too poor. Well, maybe I have something hidden in the bank. And they did. They did make it to the Olympics. And in 1973, Richard M. Nixon refused to release the Watergate tapes. Thankfully, that never came around to, bite him in an uncomfortable place.
Well, we're boned.
Yeah. 1973. What a year, right? Anyway,
great year.
it's a great year.
Yeah. Good
You know what?
vintage year.
And it was also the year for the founding of one of the most prestigious universities in the United States.
Which one?
Well, we're waiting.
That was my subtle outro for you to play the thing.
What the hell are you talking about?
The college
Okay.
that got
Okay. So now here's the thing, right? If you're gonna have an outro for me, and you have to let me know that that's gonna be the outro. I'm pretty good at reading minds, but not that good. So
Play the
Mark and I
commer-
are just sitting here like, what are you talking about?
Play the college commercial.
What? What, guys? All right, here we go.
You're a passionate person,
passionate about spending money, about living the good life, but not so passionate about, say, studying or work? Then come on down to Slap Cop University's Discount School of Psychology, where therapy meets thrift. Why spend 4 years in grad school when you can get your degree over a long weekend at the Quality Inn off of I-9? Our patented Guess and Go curriculum covers everything from Freud to whatever you just said. I totally agree with it. Learn essential skills like nodding, asking, and how does that make you feel? And pretending to take notes while drawing cats in the margins. Enroll now and receive a free clipboard and a used couch with at least 2 working cushions. Financing is available, no background checks required. We don't even check your background.
FBI, open up!
Slap Cop University's School of Psychology, because mental health deserves a bare minimum effort. Not accredited, probably illegal in 14 states. Call now.
Just a weekend. You two can be the doctor. You know, I just gotta say that based on the output of some of these shrinks, this is actually probably better than some.
A 2-week correspondence school counts, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's probably better than what Slap Cup has to offer. They seem shady.
Is that where you, is that where you went to college, Mark?
Where? What?
Slap Cop.
No, I didn't. Sorry. I can't tell you anything about their teaching methods, but it sounds interesting.
I feel there might be some slapping involved.
Yeah.
Slap Cop.
Oh, wrong answer. Slap.
No, I mean, come on. Do you think they even expect people to show up for that weekend? Because this is Slap Cop. I mean,
Well, if you don't sit through the presentation, then you can't stay at the resort.
That's right. And how are they going to sell you the timeshare?
That's right.
It's really that's the whole thing. It's you get a doctorate in psychology, plus they get a
I
chance
had to
sell you
sign
the
for the timeshare, yeah.
Yeah. Slap Cop, a modern evil corporation. Speaking of evil, you have some mimetic information. So why don't you give us some memes?
I do. All right, let's start with this one. Guy driving says, before I got married, I'd just smash into the back of cars because I didn't have a wife to gasp and scream when someone braked 3 miles ahead.
Which reminds me, actually, we were dating at the time, and the missus and I were, I wouldn't quite call it an argument, but it was a tenser conversation. So we're driving down the road, and it's just a, kind of divided highway, interstate, and I'm going 65, 70 miles an hour. And the missus looks at me and she says,
It was very late at night, too.
Yeah, very late.
It was
And she
like
says,
1 or 2 a.m.
and she
I
says,
said, dear.
and I said, honey,
Deer.
honey.
There's a deer in the middle of the goddamn road. Bam!
Just smashed right into it, like we hadn't even stopped. I mean, because I'd hit brakes for maybe a quarter of a second beforehand, and that deer, that poor doe, ended up, and again, I'll never forget seeing it inverted above the hood as it went over the top, thankfully, of the car. It was
See, that
interesting.
reminds me of the opening scene from this really bad B horror movie called Zombievers.
Mhm.
Okay. So
Yeah.
yes, right. So the opening scene is comedian Bill Burr and John Mayer, the musician, in a car. They're truck drivers. This is the setup, and this is the only time that they appear in the movie. So they're driving down the road. They're having a very, very funny, very dirty, in-depth conversation. And Bill Burr is driving and he's checking his cell phone. And John Mayer just goes, hey, do you see that deer in the middle of the road? And Bill Burr goes, yeah, I see it. And John Mayer goes, I don't think you do. Bam! It was just like that.
And it's something you would write for a comedy, and it'd be a beautiful, and so we get out, and then we just read a Stephen King novel. It was the same Stephen King novel, and so we're waiting in the car for the inevitable cops to show up because this is before cell
And there's
phones.
like zero traffic.
Zero, just
Yeah,
dead. I mean,
yeah.
you could have laid out in the middle of this interstate and not gotten run over unless you were a deer, I guess. So
That's what
anyway,
the deer thought, unfortunately.
yeah. So anyway, we're sitting in the car, and the missus goes, "Huh? What happens when the cop gets out, closes his door, and walks up to us real slow, his heels clicking on the asphalt, and you roll down the window, and he says, 'You have the right to die.'" I'm like, well, thanks for that, honey. Yes, it is zombievers.
Yeah,
Zombievers.
like zombie beavers.
Okay. All right. Oh, well,
More,
that's
more
one
funnies.
meat.
That's just one. Yeah, that took us way
If
off
we
on a tangent
if we
there.
if we
If
take
we keep
this
doing
on
that,
from,
we're not going to get through any of this. So we
well,
got to
there'll
fly
be
through some more of these.
there'll be no. Well,
I
it was
know.
fun
I know.
for me.
Shut up. Shut up. Today's kids will never know how to play Minesweeper because neither did we.
Hey, don't take that off. Isn't that a mosque?
What? Oh,
A
yeah.
mosque.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. I get it. That's funny.
Thank you.
All right. We'll do a couple
That's
more here.
why they pay me the big bucks. Oh, send me that one.
Okay. And one more.
Meat bird.
Meat bird. What's for dinner, Mom?
Mark,
Meat bird.
Mark, Mark, you should have made that for dinner. You should have made meat bird.
Meat bird, yeah.
All right.
I
Okay.
wonder what they call turkey. Is that big meat bird?
Meat bird grande.
Guinea hens are small meat birds.
No, that's sleep bird. Meat bird. Oh, jeez. All right. So on to Conversation Street.
And now it's time for us to take a stroll down the smooth sidewalks of Conversation Street. Hammond!
So we can't do Epstein 2 weeks in a row because there's so many stories, but let's skip that and talk about AI. Is it real or not? Some stories from this week. An AI expert was offered over $300 million a year for 5 years by Zuckerberg, and he turned the Zuck down. Well, actually, there was only a 4-year deal. $300 million a year. And then there's also the story of an AI that was actually working on a live database. So while the person who was running it was away, the AI panicked and deleted all the data in the database. The work of years. And not only that, the AI realized it had taken the guy years to put that in there. And so just if you're going to work with AI, back up your files.
Well, and it ignored specific instructions to make no changes to the database.
Yes.
I represent science.
And reading it, it's like a toddler with great grammar. It's like, I saw all these empty data structures and I panicked. It's like, I just deleted everything.
Panicked and burned the house down.
You delete, yes, which is the thing that almost happened to us. So we better, but anyway. So also AI, a text-based AI apparently, is operating at a gold medal level at the International Math Olympics. And I barely got to, a double gold. And I actually had an AI experience with somebody talking on the phone that although the AI was too stupid to quite understand my problem, could at least speak better English than the Indian that followed, because it was an Indian that followed. So anyway, humorous punchline. Is AI the humorous punchline, or is it our inevitable overlord? I turn it over to you.
Well, we're still at an early stage. I mean, it's, it'd be sort of like looking at the Wright brothers' first airplane and going, is this all we're going to get? Fly a few hundred yards? I mean, give it 10 years. I'm sure they'll have us all enslaved by then.
And I vote for that. I, for one, welcome our new AI overlords. The missus, your thoughts?
That's kind of the latest stuff that I've heard is that really AI is just really good at parroting things. It doesn't actually come up with anything on its own. It just is really good at scouring the entirety of the internet in a few seconds and coming up with stuff and just kicking stuff back out.
But isn't that what we do? Seriously,
Oh,
isn't that what humans do? I mean, you're standing up 5 minutes later and you go, "Oh, I wish I would have thought of that." And the next time you're ready to say it. How much are we just big chatbots? Fleshy chatbots.
That's true, and frankly, if it's just copying and regurgitating stuff that it finds, and it definitely has a career as a Hollywood writer.
That's true. Yeah.
Or a college freshman. See, and that's the benefit of slop cop industry schools. They don't even require you to turn in any papers because they know you won't.
That's right.
All right. I think it's probably time for the Jackass of the Week.
Oh, you think so? Okay.
Drive that bus.
This is Neil Young.
Hey, get that jackass out of here!
And I'm proud to present my braying Jackass of the Week.
All right. Well, for our first Jackass, we have, it's been a while since a Biden has shown up on our Jackass list, and yet, here he is, not Biden the elder, but Biden the younger. Hunter Biden sat down for a 3-hour interview.
A 3-hour interview.
Some dude in some
3-hour interview.
And, I, having spoken to people who have family members who are recovering drug addicts, they said, you watch this interview and it's real familiar. So here's Hunter, as a typical Democrat, using the F word like a comma and just covering a lot of ground. Here he is.
I don't have to be nice. Number one, I agree with Quentin Tarantino. George Clooney is not a actor. He is a I don't know what he is. You. What do you have to do with anything? Why do I have to listen to you? What right do you have to step on a man who's given 52 years of his life to the service of this country and decide that you, George Clooney, are going to take out basically a full-page ad in the New York Times to undermine the president at a time in which, by the way, what do people care about the most? Why do you think that the Republicans have an advantage over us? Because they're unified. They will go along with anything. I wasn't asking anybody to go along with anything. I was asking people to go along with this. The most successful administration in my lifetime.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah, he does, and doesn't sound like a crackhead at all. Not at all.
No, not at all. Does not sound like he went to the bathroom and powdered his nose a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not at all. So, the thing that really bothers me about this is that he employs this bullshit, because it is, that Democrats all the time, well, he was a public service. He gave 50 years of his life. Oh, is that why he had, was just a law school graduate when he, just out of school, got into the Senate, and now he has 9 homes and is a millionaire? How do you do that on a senator's salary? Huh. That's the damnedest thing. But it certainly is service. I give him that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Service like a prostitute, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Serve us. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to sympathize for Hunter. Now that he doesn't have any influence to peddle, how's he going to make any money?
This interview, probably.
Yeah.
And
Willie Culley says if you close your eyes, he sounds like Brandon. He sounds like Brandon, but if you digitally tweak his speed up a little bit, I don't know. Like maybe if you gave him some sort of drug, right? And it would make his voice a little faster and a little higher, I think. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, so, and he has a really irritating voice. Oh my God. That's a punchable face voice right there. And the part that isn't in there, of course, is the other typical Democrat thing where he's talking about the immigration stuff. And he says, well, these are the people who grow your food, who clean your bed, and who's gonna plant your garden and do your dishes and make your food. That just tells you what
Yeah.
kind of life this guy has. Because my answer to that is, me? Because I do all those things now? Yeah, I know. Poor little Hunter. It's so hard. The hardship. Okay.
Well, the Democrats have been missing their slaves for over 100 years.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Who's going to pick all this cotton? All right. Next up on the chopping block, this guy. And you may say, who the heck is that guy? Well, I'm glad you asked. He is, let me see. No, I closed that tab. I think his first name is Scott McFarlane. He's a reporter for CBS News. He was in Butler, Pennsylvania at the Trump rally a year ago. And this is what he had to say about it.
For those of us there, it was such a horror because you saw an emerging America. And it wasn't the shooting, Chuck. I got diagnosed with PTSD within 48 hours. I got put on trauma leave, not because I think of the shooting, but because you saw it in the eyes, the reaction of the people. They were coming for us. If he didn't jump up with his fist, they were going to come kill us.
I know.
He's talking to Chuck Todd, too. He's on Chuck Todd's podcast because, like everyone else on the leftist media, Chuck got fired.
Yes, indeed.
He had PTSD because he thought all the smelly, dirty MAGA people were going to hurt him.
That's a shame. That's a crime.
It's a shame, isn't it? God, it's so sad. So there's our choices this week. Hunter Biden or Mackie McFarlane, whatever the hell his first name is. All right. Here we go.
Play the vote.
Is this head really that deformed?
I know. Can you believe it? Talk about punchable faces.
Well, it's like
Got
grossly
caught in the
oversized.
thigh master when he was a child.
It's like Lurch had sex with a Somalian.
No. My head.
Well, if he turned his head sideways, it'd be almost as wide as his shoulders.
It is almost, yeah. Maybe he's related to John Kerry.
Get John Kerry. Indeed. All right. So far, we have one vote. Mark, your votes?
Oh, you want my vote?
Yeah.
I am going to go for number 2.
All right. As we have another vote by Tim Turner for a 2, that means that we have a totality of 2s for our winner.
Our winner, Scooter McFarlane. Woohoo! Way to go, Scooter! And this has been Neil Young's Brain Jackass of the Week.
I hope he gets himself an emotional support frog. I mean, he needs like he needs in it. Oh, Willie, a little late. He voted for Hunter. So, all right. Well, it's that time for 2 minutes of gun in 1 minute.
All right. You ready, Mark?
No, I never am, but go ahead anyway.
Close enough. Let's do it.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, there was another what they are calling uncommanded discharges of a SIG P320/M18 pistol.
Alleged.
Alleged. Yes. Anyway, apparently went off its holster, killed an airman, security guy that had removed the holster with the gun in the holster still and placed it on a table or something like that, and it just went off. This will be interesting. I'm sure the military will be investigating this. But it comes right on the heel of an FBI report that went detailed investigating another incident that was with a police officer. So all I've got to say is that it reminds me of Remington's fiasco with one of their rifle triggers. That years and years, nothing wrong with it, and then finally they had to issue a recall.
Bravo, Mark.
Excellent work, sir.
What was it they called that? An what discharge?
Uncommanded.
Uncommanded.
Yeah, it's when the gun just
Unpleasant.
goes off by itself.
All right. Moving along. I believe that now is the time for another commercial from our sponsor, Slapcop, with their latest product.
In a world driven by cutting-edge artificial intelligence, why settle for actual AI when you could have two guys in a basement with an iPhone?
Да-да, я вот думаю, мне кажется, что Луна сделана из...
Introducing Slapcop GP, the revolutionary AI service that's technically not AI. Need legal advice?
I'm gonna call my lawyer. I'm gonna call my lawyer. I'm going to.
Tax help?
Earn a lot of money and pay just a little bit of taxes.
Relationship counseling?
Relationship emergency, I'm listening.
Just send us a text and Dimitri and Vadim will Google it for you faster than you can say data breach.
Да-да.
Built on our proprietary Guest GPT model, Slapcop GP delivers answers with 40% confidence and 100% attitude. No ethics board here. Violations? What violations?
Yes. He's not against law.
Get a free trial today. Includes 3 copy-pasted Reddit responses, 1 random horoscope, and an unsolicited photo of a Lada. Slapcop GP. It's not smart, but it's definitely loud.
Warning, Slapcop GP is not legal in the European Union and may violate several international treaties. Subscription automatically renewed. No refunds.
Use at your own risk. Seems
How'd they
legit.
do that? How'd they do that? I did not know electricity was even in that country.
It runs on mud and vodka.
Mark, are you to subscribe to what was it, Slapcop GT?
Yes, Slapcop GP. Yeah.
No, I'm going to go the more standard route and let Microsoft take care of my computer security needs.
Because
so they can export it to China to do it.
China.
Gosh. Did you?
All right.
I know you read that. You had to have about them letting China do the help desk stuff for the military computers.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Gosh.
China.
Because who's making the decision? Indians. But we'll get to them as well.
China.
And think real fast.
Think real fast.
The Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne himself, passed away this week at the age of 76. Though his liver was 108. Mark, did you think it was possible for him to die?
Well, I seriously had to wonder about it, but then I just figured that all the drugs and alcohol had pickled him so well that he was just going to be preserved forever.
The missus, will anyone miss Sharon?
I don't think people have missed Sharon for a while since she got kicked off The View. I don't even remember why she got kicked off The View. She made some comment that pissed off her Democrat overlords. I can't remember what it was. Let me just Google that real quick.
All right, well, you look that up, and I'll continue on. There's no beach for you in Vancouver, as E. coli is off the charts at 8 metro beaches up in Canada. Mark, I know you've heard of terraforming, so is this India forming?
I think so. You import a bunch of people that don't know how to use toilets and don't want to learn how to use toilets, and this is what you get.
The misses are E. coli warnings for the week.
I was like, for the week of what? Oh, WEAK. Yes, absolutely. You just got to jump in there with both feet.
Coronavirus! Coronavirus!
Oh, Cardi, you're a little early. You're early.
Yep.
So I did find out why Sharon Osbourne got kicked off The View.
Why?
She got into
E. coli?
Yeah, it was E. coli. No, Piers Morgan had made some comments about Meghan Markle, and Sharon Osbourne defended him and said he had a right to express his opinion. The nattering ninnies on The View, who are all about our democracy, except if you disagree with them. Again, Democrats are all for diversity of opinion and other people with different ideas about things, and they're shocked and surprised, shocked and appalled to find that other people have different opinions. Yeah.
You can have if you're for Democrats, their opinion, their thought on it is that you can have all the opinions you want as long as they conform with the party line.
That's right.
100% correct. All right. Moving along. Paramount had $1.5 billion to spare, so they gave it to the South Park gang for 50 episodes over 5 years. Mark, has anyone watched it since 2015?
I don't know because I haven't watched it since 1999.
The Missus, how is it still a series when they've only had 21 episodes over the last 5 years?
Well, I mean, when you have all the money that Comedy Central ever had to spend on programming, you're pretty much set. You gotta make your own hours at that point.
They could just make videos of themselves chewing food and say, "Well,
right.
It's 1.5 billion."
Yeah.
Maybe they've run out of people to insult other than protected classes.
Well, I'm not going much further there. President Trump posted an AI-generated video of Obama being arrested for treason. Mark, is this just lock her up for a new generation?
I don't know, but it sure was funny, especially the YMCA song playing.
The Missus, is this null and void because Obama can claim Kenyan citizenship?
Right. Well, you know how the left is reacting to all of this. How dare the White House post this about going after and trying to arrest a former president? How dare! This is unprecedented. Only Trump would ever do this, without a bit of self-awareness or irony.
Oh, it gets even better. In Trump's statement, he didn't deny anything about what he was supposedly have done in his statement. So there's that. Speaking of Epstein, about 80% of Americans want the files to be released. Mark, what about the 20%? What the hell is in their minds? I mean, are 20% of people always wrong?
Probably. Or maybe that's just all that's left of the Democratic base.
The Missus, should we wait for the paperback book?
Well, I mean, probably going to wait a long time. I don't think it's ever going to come out. You say, hey, but what about the Epstein files? And then suddenly the government suddenly turns into Samuel L. Jackson.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean the judge, their thing was, okay, well, we don't have these to release, but we'll try to get the records, the grand jury records, and then the judge is like, no, you can't have them. So where does it go from here? It'd be like, oh, I tried to get him to you.
But speaking of Epstein, the lawyer Roy Black, who represented him for his first conviction, is dead. Mark, is there nothing to see here, or is it okay since the guy was, in his 80s?
He was old. There's nothing to see here.
Dead, you say?
Wow.
The Missus, do you think Mr. Black was just really valued his privacy?
That's probably it. It's like the whole Epstein thing.
That's probably nothing.
Yeah.
And China's new J-20 fighters claim to be able to shoot down fighters from 1,000 kilometers away. Mark, do you think these new Chinese fighters are going to be available from Temu for $3,250?
Oh, no, but it sure would be fun. I have to say, though, that I mean, 1,000 kilometers away, that's a big missile they'd have to carry. That's a lot of fuel. So what they can carry, like one missile, that's it. One shot, boom, that's it. We're done.
Say what you... Well, the Misses, have the French already surrendered?
I think they're probably planning on it. If they've got everything written up, they have the white flags ready, they're prepared. I mean, it is their go-to in every situation. So,
Oh my!
And when they accidentally do win something, you know, and the people come to him and say, "Hey, congratulations, you've won," they're already curled up in a fetal position on the floor, you know, sheltering their eyes. What?
Well, I
What
mean,
did you say?
I do sort of feel for the French because they're the ones with the most to lose because of China's success with their fighter craft in this most recent, you know, kerfuffle between India and Pakistan. Because you know they're the ones that I guess had the most. It was French jets that suffered the losses, and China's been pushing their jets for sale. And frankly, you know, they're for people are on those third tier levels of jets fighters. You know, they want to buy. They may start buying Chinese instead of French.
We have top men working on it right now.
And
To infinity and beyond.
So Kodak showed up late. And Catherine says it's late Codex. But speaking of late, according to the New York Post, dead voters cast ballots in the New York City primary election. Mark, how do you think Ozzy voted for?
Oh, I'm sure he voted for the who won the Democratic race.
Mama Dinny Johnny.
Yeah, whatever. Blah 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 blah. Yeah.
The missus, is there an alternative? Have the Democrats invented some sort of resurrection potion?
That has to be it. I mean, because I've been told that that's completely been debunked. No one has ever in the history of voting ever cheated.
Hey, it's the ultimate. It's the ultimate. You know, voting for, you know, when you. Oh gosh, now I'm doing a Biden moment. I can't remember what I was going to say. Anyway, but you know, voting from heaven. What's wrong with that? Come on, people.
All right.
Don't you believe in heaven?
Hey, roll 1d20 to see if you resurrect. The Japan Doesn't Need Infinity Foreigners Party just won the election. That's, I think, their name. Japan Doesn't Need Infinity Foreigners. And the Prime Minister resigned. Mark, what's your favorite Nintendo game?
Oh. I'm just going to go with Mario Kart because that's the only one I actually have played more than once.
The missus, do you like Japanese potato chips?
And what am I doing here?
I like turtles.
Question was simple. Do you like Japanese potato chips?
I do like Japanese potato chips. They're quite good.
And your favorite flavor?
They have like I want to say it's like a spicy chicken.
Wasabi?
Different one. It is wasabi.
Wasabi is pretty good. Wasabi is pretty good. Yeah, but they're really the good ones. Okay, so there's like we didn't have these in this box, but it's like it's not a potato. It's like a God, I can't remember what it's called. I had to look it up. It's got a little slightly different texture. Man, I can't remember what it is. Anyway, it was really good. But also the ridges are bigger than they are like on American potato chips. And it's really good. They really capture the flavor well. I highly recommend Japanese potato chips.
75,000 tech jobs were cut in the year to date, a 40% increase over last year already. 40% of new tech jobs are going to H-1B foreigners. Mark, how many more metaphorical Boeing planes have to crash before people figure this one out?
As long as they can save a buck, they'll keep on doing it.
There you go. The missus, how do you think Microsoft will redeem?
Do not redeem.
Yes, do not redeem the jet. Syrupy sugar or sugary syrup? Coke is going to have real sugar instead of corn syrup pretty soon. The Iowa Corn Growers Association isn't happy. Mark, is this evidence that Trump is in the pocket of the Brazilian sugar lobby?
I didn't know there was a Brazilian sugar lobby, but
I made it
obviously so. That's okay. These farmers can maybe shift to like growing food.
The missus, what other use might there be for corn other than, syrup?
Ethanol.
I know nothing.
Ethanol.
You can feed it to cows for steak. That's the only answer. Ethanol's right. Okay. Vodka and steak. We win. According to the Daily Mail.
Here we go. Here was the other chip kind. It's lotus root, otherwise known as rincon.
There you go.
They're supposed to be healthier, and they taste pretty good. I liked them. So.
How come when the Spanish man called me a maricon, I thought that maybe he was cursing at me.
That's different. This is not Spanish, it's Japanese.
Oh, okay. Similar but different hats. Okay. According to the Daily Mail, scientists discovered that Pfizer COVID jab linked to major eye damage. Mark, does the phrase, if you're vax, relax, because excitement could be deadly for you, sound like good advice?
I think so. It's sort of funny. I mean, think of it. You get the vax, and you have a heart attack. You're stumbling around, and you can't see anyway, so you just keep on running into walls, and then finally fall out through the open window.
It's like a Peter Sellers routine. The missus, how many refunds?
No refunds.
There are no refunds. And I have two more, but you know what? Let's skip that. Why don't you outro this one?
Think real fast.
Okay, I have two real quick. I heard it on the X, so bring us on that. So just in, former DNI, that's the director of national intelligence, James Clapper, admits Obama instigated Russiagate. He did that apparently because Clapper doesn't want to go to prison and die there. So that's news item number one. News item number two, Yvette Clarke, a Democrat from New York, said the quiet part out loud, I need more migrants in my district for redistricting purposes. Guys, got any comments on either of those late breaking stories?
I'm shocked. Shocked. Well, not that shocked.
Well, yeah, the Clapper one took me by surprise. That's interesting. It shows that the rats are really going to abandon the ship very quickly. So, and the redistricting one, I mean, we already knew that. That's why California's screaming bloody murder over ICE and everything, is because they're afraid they're going to lose a couple representatives or maybe more from the House.
Yes, fair enough. Mrs., any comments on any of those, or you want to take us into the memes?
No, we can do memes.
Leon McDuff?
Maybe, if I can get there. Okay. All right. Here we go. Little donkey. Dad, why do we hate Trump so much? Big donkey. We're Democrats, son. Hating him is all we have left in our pathetic lives.
Yeah, I keep wondering what's going to happen in 2028.
To that, I just say... Yes, we're wondering.
No, well, in 2028, what they're going to do when they don't have Don to kick around anymore.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, it doesn't matter. He's just the current target. I mean, they're just waiting to start jumping on Vance.
Even George W. Bush and Romney were considered evil at the time.
Right.
McCain. Oh, my.
I know, right? He was going to start a war with Iran. Yeah, whatever. All right. This might be my favorite meme of the week.
I like it. I approve.
That one made me laugh out loud. All right, and now
which is sad because most people see angels, right as they're dying, not demons.
Well, again, probably what Epstein saw.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I mean, do you think? I mean, she's pretty frail. I mean, I know she was hyped up on drugs and when she was running for president, but they've got to hire people at this point. Maybe that's why they want illegals.
Well, they're like, have you ever seen the Steve Martin movie, The Man with Two Brains?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, and the killer in the movie is the elevator killer, and he sneaks into elevators. and murders people who are on elevators, and that's why there won't be any elevator operators. So then Steve Martin gets on the elevator really late at night, and he catches the elevator killer, and it's Merv Griffin. And he and he says, "Merv Griffin? But why?" And he goes, "I don't know. I've just always liked killing. I mean, I really enjoy it. But then I got famous, and I couldn't even lurk in the shadows anymore. People would say, 'Who's that lurking in the shadows over there? Is that Merv Griffin?' So I came to Europe, and I was getting away with it until now." And so Steve Martin's trying to get rid of his dead wife. And so he's like, "Well, I don't really have time to turn you in right now. So you promise you turn yourself in." And then by the end of the movie, of course, it says, "By the way, Merv Griffin never turned himself in. He is still at large." It's a great cameo. Yeah.
Moving along.
All right. Our weekly check-in with the Bee. Disheveled Colbert is seen holding up cardboard sign. "Will yell about Trump for cash."
Can you imagine how unhinged he's going to be now that he has 9 months to get more crazed about it?
Oh, I guess, yeah, I know. And, how many more times can you just yell the F-bomb? I mean, at some point, you really just are an unhinged man just screaming profanities on a street corner. Because they're so mentally overwhelmed by this that all they can do is just scream the F word.
He makes more money in a year than most people earn in their entire lives. So I don't care. He can just retire and go live in whatever luxury home that he decides to stay in, because I'm sure he has several.
That's not the way this works. You know that. You know that's not the way this works. You know that.
I know. Maybe he'll see.
He's
Bill
defending
and
our
Hillary.
democracy. Yeah.
Yeah. Next. Save that. we're gonna need that.
All right. That's all the funny ones I have.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Mrs. I know that took a lot of in-depth research.
It did.
I will say that your work tonight was exemplary on those. You need to turn those into little shorts for us. Those were really good.
I will put them up on the channel. Yeah.
Okay. Mark, any parting thoughts for this lovely Wednesday?
No, I don't have any. Sorry.
All right. And the missus has left us with the final little shot for Ozzy. Of course, I guess it was also the final shot for Kurt Cobain too. So
it was a little different final shot, though.
Yeah. I don't see a drummer there. Got some bass players, but piano, no drummers. Huh. I guess they
because no one really ever recognizes the drummers, right? I mean, who would that be? It would be Bonzo and Keith Moon, right?
Yep.
I don't know off the top of my head what they look like. So anyway.
All right. Final thoughts, Mark? Anything else?
No, still no thoughts. My mind is a complete blank. It's empty. There's nothing between my ears.
The missus, you have any final thoughts?
Are we in the closing part here? Should I be playing music?
On that note, I'd like to thank everyone for coming here tonight. As I promised, this is going to be an excellent show. Again, I think this was one of our best. So thanks for being here tonight. Wilder out.
Hey everyone, this is Mark. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week.
And I do just want to, before we get out of here, correct the thing in the chat. Where's the bat? Ringo. I don't think Ozzy ever bit the head off of Ringo. So there's that. Y'all come back now. You hear?
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my friggin' life.